everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miso and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today is sort of, my promise to myself, my promise to you guys, to keep you guys updated on my monthly goals every single month on the first of the month. Now this thing started because I wanted to do something for myself. I wanted to somehow document my goals. And it feels like if you're sending it out there, then, someone else is sort of accountable for your goals. And, next month I can go ahead and check it and say like, I told people I'm going to do this. I need to do this. And this became a way for me to track whatever I was doing and maybe to feel more accountable for it, but also sort of became something because of you guys, because of your comments, that sort of show like, hey, I didn't meet my goals, and explaining why, and explaining, life happens, you change your mind, and that's okay. So regardless of me posting my goals, I would love to hear what are your goals in the comment section down below. Let me know what are your goals for April. Did you meet your goals for March? Because that's what I'm going to talk about and share it with you guys. So I would love to hear it from you as well. Now, this video is going to be my goals for March. Did I meet them? Also my goals for April, but also something a bit different, as you've seen from the title. I'm also going to answer some very common questions that I get either to my email address, to the DMs, or appearing here in the comments multiple times. Hopefully this video won't be so long because I'm filming it, and right after that I'm filming bundle box for the month of April, which is cool things that I designed for you guys during the month of March, and there will be a video on that on YouTube at 8 o'clock Bulgaria time, so you can go ahead and check it out. It will probably air right after this video. And for those of you, by the way, who are here in a live premiere, give a shout out in the chat, guys. Come on, these are so much fun for me. Seriously, so much fun. I mean, I'm recording these videos, I'm talking to myself, and then I have to hear myself talking by editing this, and then I have to hear myself talk again when I watch the live chat. So hey guys, keep me busy in the live chat, ask questions, say hi, let me know what are you eating for dinner or breakfast or wherever you are at the moment. But let me just jump right in it. Okay, first goal for March was to get Miss Jigsaw live with social media and everything. Now, if you haven't been following, Miss Jigsaw is a project that I wanted to do by creating sort of play jigsaw puzzles online with an embed code from Jigsaw Planet, which is the biggest website currently to play jigsaw puzzles online. And every time someone is playing a puzzle, they're basically playing a puzzle of one of my designs, and I can refer them to actually buying the puzzle itself, as well as have a blog with like gift for puzzle lovers, as I have so many jigsaw puzzle designs right now on Teepublic, and more every day, as this was chosen as one of my niches for Teepublic. Now, for the last few months, I had the same reason for not doing it, which is lack of time. But this month, for the very first time, it was for a different reason. Having the ability to let viewers of my website play jigsaw puzzles online on my website was possible because I would use an embed code, basically take a puzzle from Jigsaw Planet and put it on my website, which is completely legal, by the way. It's one of their features. The only problem is that there is still a button there that people can go to Jigsaw Planet. And also, this is not information that I hold. I mean, I have to upload everything to their servers, and it doesn't really feel my own. And I was thinking at the beginning, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And then I was thinking, you know what, I'm just gonna create a website for people who like jigsaw puzzles regardless of online. And then my boyfriend and I found a piece of code on Code Canyon that allows you to basically have an online jigsaw puzzle on your own website. And for the past few weeks, he's been working on this code, adapting it to WordPress as a plugin, to connect it to posts, to connect it to all kinds of stuff. Obviously, he hasn't spent 3 weeks just doing that. He has a lot of other things he's doing, but he sort of managed to make it available on WordPress as a plugin so I can combine it with my website. And now he's tweaking up the design of the plugin, the interface, the whole UI UX, and also trying to adapt it to something called Portfolio, which is how I would like to present it on Miss Jigsaw. So now, because it has become an option again to have full jigsaw puzzles online on my own website, I'm currently waiting with Miss Jigsaw until that is complete. Goal number 2 for March, to make fonts and brush bundles to sell on my Paycheck store, which I did not do at all. I didn't make new brushes this month at all. I didn't make new fonts at all. And I was more into thinking, I can just make them and combine them within my own, like the bundle box, or even sell the fonts maybe on Creative Fabrica. I need to check that out, but none of this was made. Goal number 3. Society6, Teepublic, and Zazzle, I had number goals for their designs. So I was supposed to have 120 designs on Society6 at the end of the month, when I had 66 designs on Society6. I currently have on Society 6 66 designs. I did not touch anything on Society 6. Zazzle. I was supposed to end the month with 100 designs on Zazzle, on jigsaw puzzles mostly, as well as on wrapping paper. I had 23 when I started, and I have 23 now because I did not touch Zazzle at all. Teepublic. I was supposed to end the month with 150 designs, and I started with 105. I actually deleted a lot of designs from my Teepublic store, but I currently have 140 designs on Teepublic. Most of them are within 10 collections, and those 10 collections I made a full video about, because it was one of my goals to basically decide my 10 niches collections albums on Teepublic, and there was a full video on the collections and niches that I chose. After making that video, I also decided to basically firm harder on my collections. I uploaded a lot more stuff, including things for musicians, including things that I'm ordering myself, including things for WordPress developers, or any kind of person who builds on WordPress or builds website online, which is the hello world and the whole lorem ipsum text, which if you guys know what it is, it's gonna be my favorite t-shirt. I ordered it and I'm waiting for it, and I love it so much already before it even came. Now, the majority of the reasons why this was not accomplished was, first of all, Society 6, you need a really good internet to upload stuff to Society 6, especially when you have really large files. And I have extremely large files in all of their sizes, and I really like to do things that way to make things organized. And in our previous apartment, we moved last weekend. In our previous apartment, the internet was really bad. And not just really bad, but also bad in the point where it could take 2-3 hours to upload a YouTube video, when here it takes me about 10 or 20 minutes. And all that time is time that I'm not touching my computer. And I was supposed to fix it by going to the co-working and being more active in a co-working where I have a really good internet. But because of my coccyx bone injury, because there were several days of extreme cold, and because the co-working is on the second floor without an elevator, so it's not always easy for me to even go up. And sometimes when it's with too many people, I have to go home. And every time we want to go there, we're going with the car and not by foot. Like, if Miso wants to go to the co-working, he just, he can take a bike or he can walk. But if I want to go, we need to take the car. We also need to find parking, which was not always available. So I didn't go to the co-working almost at all, which created, basically, I didn't have the right internet to be uploading stuff or the time to do it, whether it was because of my body or because I was working on other stuff. But Teepublic, I'm happy to say that I did manage to get in the zone and upload. And I think that obviously if I wouldn't have deleted some of these designs, I would have passed my goal of 150. Zazzle, I didn't really do anything with, because the whole point of uploading to Zazzle, especially to the puzzles, was supposed to be done simultaneously while doing it on Miss Jigsaw. So when the website Miss Jigsaw got pushed back a month, so did Zazzle, if that makes sense to you guys. My fourth goal, or goals, relating to YouTube. So I wanted to do 15 to 17 videos. I wanted to take a 2 weeks break. I wanted to change the videos. Like, I have like 200 videos on this channel, and a lot of them in the description, there is wrong links. Like right now we have a better Creative Fabrica discount than 30%. We have like the first month for $1 and then 35%. And I want to change that. I'm also not really working with Printful as an affiliate anymore, so I wanted to delete that. And I wanted to change a lot of things, including the fact that I'm not selling any graphics on Etsy. I'm selling them on the bundle boxes on a different website. So I wanted to go back and change all of those links in all the descriptions of many, many videos from the last year, as well as answer comments, even comments that I still haven't answered to from January. Okay, so 15 to 17 videos, I made 13. Break of 2 weeks, I took a break of 12 days. I didn't change almost any past links in past videos, and I almost didn't get to the comments. I'm still getting so many comments a day. I'm not, this is not progressing with me. I feel like sometimes I just start reading out comments and I forget to answer. Like, I take it all in. I see literally every single comment that you guys have put in. I see all of them, but I just, either I get too emotional or too distracted to reply. And I think that also it's like, I'm looking at like a comment that I really wanted to reply from like 2 months ago, and I'm like, oh my God, it's been 2 months. Maybe it's like, maybe if I comment back now, it will be like, why is she commenting 2 months later? It's like, I don't know, rude. So I hope no one is getting insulted. I swear I'll get to that sometime. And next up, failing all my goals. Okay, goal number 5 is to finalize the designs for my tarot deck. So I did all the aces and I also put them up on InPRNT, as well as 4, like 3 plus the ace of the soy designs for the tarots, but that's pretty much where it stopped. There was a time also in the middle where I couldn't actually use my Procreate and design stuff because my pencil, my Apple Pencil, was damaged and I was waiting for a new one to arrive from Amazon. I did make a different piece, not really tarot cards, and I was thinking about ordering that, but I'm also thinking now, maybe I should do the whole thing on Canva and do it because I do want to make a video on how to make and sell your own tarot deck. Come on, it needs to come out already. And it's going to be at least a month for the tarot deck to come here after I finish it. So I'm really needing to push forward on that. And hopefully it will happen this month. Another goal that was sort of connected to print on demand, but not really, was to do more physical painting. Mostly not for print on demand, but also to get inspired, to get some rest. And I've been doing it a little bit, not a lot. I bought some interesting watercolors, watercolor pens, and cool stuff. I've been doing it a little bit, not a lot. We have a class here every Wednesday with Christy O'Conan, an art class, but some of them I couldn't come because it was really cold, like -15 outside, and I couldn't leave the house, and some of them I was just not feeling well. And this week we don't have it because she's not in Bansko for the week, so that's been a bit pushed off. Maybe I'll do some painting tonight. Number 7, my Paycheck store. I wanted to work on it some more, and I did. I already have my own domain there, so it's called maytribe.com, and you can go ahead and check it out. Obviously, you can also see from now like the bundle box for the month of April, which is what I designed in March. And I did like the bundle boxes. I'm still gonna work a lot on it. There's still more to come, and that's one of my goals for April, and I'll be talking about that in, you know, a few minutes. Another goal was to organize my computer files and my phone. So basically, I organized 50% and then messed it up again. Oh my god. Moving on. Take more Skillshare courses. I didn't take one Skillshare course. I didn't even log to Skillshare the entire month. Had no time. And goal number 10 was, it sort of added as a goal within the middle of the month, was to make classes for Creative Fabrica. So I already have 2 classes on Creative Fabrica's platform. One is basically the intro to print on demand, the 3 different ways to print on demand, and how to make seamless patterns and put them on products using Canva and Creative Fabrica elements. And those 2 classes, I'm going to say it again because this was one of the questions, are only going to be on Creative Fabrica platform. I'm not going to post them on YouTube. I'm not going to post them anywhere else. And for those of you who said, you know, I told I'm not going to make any courses. These are not courses. This is not like a full beginners. These are very short classes. I do not get money if you get them. If you take all of my classes, if you don't take them at all, for me, it stays the same. It's a contract with me and Creative Fabrica to provide them with exclusive videos for their platform. I obviously think it's nice, like the classes are nice because I made them. And if you do have the all access membership, you can enroll to those classes with no extra charge to the time of this video. Like, if you're watching this a year from now, maybe the classes don't exist, or maybe they cost money. But for now, for the 1st of April 2022, these classes don't cost any money. I will leave a link to my teacher's profile in Creative Fabrica down below in the description of this video. Okay, so these were my goals, but there are other things that I've been doing other than this that took my time. So I had Zoom calls and online meetings and email exchanges with 3 different plugins, tech stuff relating to print on demand, as well as 5 different print on demand suppliers to get test orders from, not to get test orders from. Hopefully none of them will be like Printailor where, you know, I have these like long collaboration talks and then I design the products and then they make it for me and then they go bankrupt, shut down, and then send me the products. If you guys haven't seen the video yesterday, the most useless print on demand product review ever, reviewing products from print on demand supplier that you cannot order from because they're closed. But this was in that video. I'm literally wearing it since then. It's like, it's really comfortable. And Miso adored not just his shirt, but also the satin all over print blouse for women. He's wearing it much better than me. And I told him like to put it on as a joke yesterday. Obviously, if you haven't seen like the video with him on Printful, we had a video together and he's hilarious. It's like, I sometimes feel like he really doesn't care what anyone in the world thinks. Like, if something makes me laugh, he'll do it, even if it doesn't make sense or if it's weird or stuff like that. So yesterday, like, I told him, like, hey, let's, like, try it on. Because he tried on the shirt, the t-shirt. And then I was like, hey, do you want to try this on? It's a blouse. I think it will fit you. And he just stayed with it all evening and actually all night because it really made me laugh. So thank you, babe, if you're watching this. I like it when you do stupid things to make me laugh. I can't stop smiling, it hurts. We've also been working on projects for him, and it's not just work on the project, but we also had a lot of days where we spent an hour of our day planning stuff, coming up with ideas, coming up with app ideas, coming up with ideas for websites. And for him, I think it's a new world, you know, the printables and drop shipping. But for me, it's a whole new world because it's in Slovak. It's Slovak. And even doing stuff on his WordPress websites, like, oh my God, it takes me like 4 times more than I would have done it myself because the whole dashboard is in Slovak and I don't know Slovak and I can't even read it. He keeps asking me if I want him to switch it to English, but I think I kind of enjoy the challenge of trying to remember where everything on WordPress is, even when building a store. So it's been kind of complicated. We've also been doing some stuff with Canva, and like, I think that for me to teach him these things or show him these things and him like super excited about all of them kind of revived my spark and all that. So it's been a fun experience, even though we didn't finish any project yet. And a lot of things are being postponed. Like, okay, so hey, we need to finalize payment gateway for the puzzle store. It's finalized, but now wait 10 days for MasterCard and Visa or something. So it does take more time, and it does take some time out of our time to focus on it and to think about it. But I think that it's nice that we're doing these planning and eventually, you know, doing days where I'm feeling better, because there were a lot of days where he wanted to work and I was feeling really ill, so he stayed home. And now if we can, in the new apartment, start this really routine that he goes to the co-working every day and I stay home every day, so he has more time to finish his project as well as actually develop everything that we've been talking about as ideas in the past few weeks. So hopefully that will be nice. I've also been trying to decide what to do with my Etsy store, and I'm not going to go into the whole story of how I had like 70 or 90 Etsy stores already and why I keep closing them. There was a full video just about that. But I had a Royal Arts, which I was using at the beginning, I think like about 6 months ago, to sell graphics and fonts and stuff like that for print-on-demand use. And then I took it to my PayHip store, so it's not there anymore. And I was thinking about doing printable greeting cards. I even had a video here where I was checking, you know, how other people are doing their greeting cards. And I was really thinking about doing this with my art. And I mean, the art I got from InPRNT, like this, the same art that I have on InPRNT, I was really thinking about doing it with this. And I almost decided, you know, hey, let's do it for printable greeting cards or even printable wall art, and then something changed, and I will refer to that change in the section that will be in a few minutes, which is all about what you guys kept asking me, so no spoilers. One more thing that I've been doing that took I think a big part of my brain in the last month is the whole situation with Ukraine and Russia. I've been a news junkie, especially also now with the Israeli news. There has been several incidents in Israel in the past 2 weeks. Basically, like there was a day that I really wanted to upload stuff, but I was waiting for like a day and a half for the news to post the names of the victims. So there was an incident like right next to my clinic, like right next to where my therapist is. My therapist for the past 7 years, a place that I lived in. Like I can see on the map the streets, and I'm like, what the? Like there is no day that I was living in that city that I wasn't on those streets. And so there were some days where I would just play Tetris with my phone and check the news every 20 minutes. I've also been following a lot about stuff from Russia. I'm not gonna be political. I'm not a political person. I believe that people deserve to have a life, and for me, like we are doing, like in Bansko, there are so many Ukrainians coming here, and we're going to the shelter a few times to donate stuff. I think that will go again soon. And I've also donated some money to relief organizations in Israel that help with funding some Ukraine refugees that go there. But on the other hand, also my prayers and my heart goes to the normal person in Russia that just can't say anything. And I remember, like, when I was talking to that marketing company that worked with Printailor, and they were like, in the video that you make about them, you can't say a name of a different supplier, not even mention. You can't say anything bad. And I'm like, I'm not going to get any money in the world for someone to tell me what to say, And then I see all these YouTubers from Russia trying to report to the world what's going on, but they can't actually say so many things because they don't have freedom of speech. And as a content creator, I mean, you see people with 100,000, 200,000 followers, but they can't say war instead of military operation because then they'll go to prison. And I've sort of been diving deeper into following some YouTubers from Russia that report what's been going on there. There was one YouTuber, and it's funny because, like, you can see all of them, and then you can see like a week that they're not posting, and then you can see that they left Russia, with people checking their phones in the airport to see if they have if they're in groups or something. That just a mess. And again, I'm not comparing them to Ukrainians at all. I'm not. But to hear someone that I've been following up on for months, because, she lives in St. Petersburg, she does really nice cooking tutorials, and, she does some interesting travel tutorials, because we were thinking, I was always thinking about going to Russia to visit. Like, St. Petersburg is supposed to be one of the most beautiful cities in the world, so why not? And I was looking at it, and all of a sudden, like, her mom has a heart condition, but they don't have the medication at the pharmacy anymore. She has an aunt with thyroid problem, and they don't have that medication anymore. And, like, they had to travel for 3 days to find a medication, because basically that medication is what is in charge of her metabolism. And again, I'm not comparing it to people that everything was destroyed and, the husband is at war, everything. But I have been following a bit more Russian channels, and I would actually like to give a shout out to a Russian YouTuber that sort of went into my heart with her story. She's a tour guide, which was pretty much really bad in the last 2 years, but then it got a little bit better, and now it's bad again. And she started YouTube very recently, and as a content creator, I don't know, there are so many more of them that have, like, a lot more subscribers than I do. I'm pretty sure, like, a shout out from me is not going to help anything. But if you guys want to see what sanctions in Russia actually did to the people who live there, you can follow her. Her name is Feel Russian. There is a link to her, like, she's tagged in the description of this post, and also you can see her on the screen right now. So I really enjoy following her, and thank you for uploading this content, and keep on uploading this content. Whatever content you want to upload, I'm watching. As a message to that YouTuber. I don't know, I kind of feel like there are a lot more content creators from Russia that I've been chatting with, and I know how hard it is. So she's relatively new, and she started a YouTube channel right before, like, this operation. So if you guys want to check out what's going on in Russia and become news junkies like me, or just see, everyday people talking about what's going on, and even to see, that Russian people don't really want this, and they have nothing against Ukrainians. It's just a mess. And I'm gonna stop talking about this because I told you guys I'm not political, but I do care about people, and I don't know. I spend every morning with this and every evening with this instead of, you know, reading comments from you guys and answering comments and planning videos and designing. And I don't think I'll be able to stop till the war doesn't stop. But yeah, so go ahead and check out Feel Russian or Feel Russian. There will be a link to that YouTube channel down below. And moving on to your questions. Okay, so really a lot of you have asked, why do I keep moving? Okay, so last year, almost a year ago, in May 3rd, I moved to Bansko, Bulgaria from Israel. I had no idea if I'm going to stay here or not. I was supposed to get my Portuguese passport, which will allow me to get residency in Bulgaria, but I wasn't sure. And I got an apartment at a co-living, basically like a apart hotel that is called Four Leaf Clover, and it's in Bansko. And I had a really nice room, a really nice studio that I adored very much. But few months in here, and I injured my coccyx bone. I spent 9 days only in bed or on the floor. And when I finally was able to get a tiny bit better, it was decided to move me to a different apartment at the floor down below. That is a ground apartment. This was still end of summer. It was still a bit hot. That apartment would be one of the coldest apartments in the facility come winter. It doesn't get a lot of sunlight. It's not that comfortable for me, but it is ground floor, and the bathroom layout, like the actual shower layout, was different, as I could no longer sit in a bath. I would either have to stand on very solid ground and hold something or sit on a chair. And that shower and that apartment was better in that way. It was just, you know, just empty, no bath, no nothing. So I moved to that apartment. That apartment was always meant to be temporary because it was the end of the summer and it's going to be a very cold winter apartment. After spending 2 months in that apartment, I moved back up one floor, but not to the apartment I was in, to an apartment that is a bit bigger. Supposed to be better for the winter, more sunshine, and a bigger apartment with a shower and not a bath. Again, a shower that has a little bump, but again, I was a bit better, so that was okay. That apartment was right on top of Karin Prater, the YouTuber that is appearing in this channel from time to time. And due to my severe insomnia, PTSD, all that, I'm awake at night a lot, which led to Karin being awake at night a lot, because every time I move a chair, I walk on the floor, it creates a lot of noise. I also had neighbors above me that moved a lot. One of them with a puppy, and I could not focus on anything. There was right next to me a family that owned an apartment there that were coming on the weekends with 2 kids that was screaming the whole time, and that apartment did not work for me, hence coming back to my initial apartment, completing a full circle. So I moved from one apartment, 1 floor down, then back up to the other side of the hall, and then back to my first apartment. And then there was supposed to be a really large cold wave here in Bansko, and I went to an apartment actually owned by the same people who own this complex, but in Svetivlas, which is on the seaside of Bulgaria, which was supposed to be a bit warmer there. So I went there for 3 weeks and then came back here. And while that time, you know, Miso and I were together, and he had a studio in the same floor as I did, but we were using my studio like pretty much most of the time. Like his studio was pretty much, I don't know, laundry room. We would hang the laundry there. And we decided that we needed a bigger apartment, but for me, it was already a lot of time that I've been living in this co-living, and you know everybody in their drama, and I just wanted some peace and quiet. I also came back from Svetivlas with a different medical condition, I really wanted some quiet and peace, and we also wanted to focus on us, and we also wanted to live together in the same apartment. And, you know, I kind of think that for me, we were talking about traveling, but I wanted to see how is it when it's just us. I mean, just us. I can't, you know, call my friend from downstairs. Obviously, our friends came visit us, and we still saw some of our friends in the city because we didn't move far. But we moved to a temporary apartment for the months of February and March on the other side of Bansko. And after that, we were actually supposed to move. We were supposed to move to Varna and maybe start a Euro trip from there. But then the whole world went to, you know, mess up, and Miso is not working on in a company right now. I'm not saying that we need money, but he's not working for an organized company right now. He wants to work on his own thing, so with him wanting to work on his own stuff and with me constantly working with suppliers, and I needed an address and I have so much stuff, we decided to prolong our stay in Bansko for more time, probably till the end of summer. But I did not want to stay in the apartment that we rented. That is a good location for the winter if you're skiing, which we're not. But in the summer, that area is pretty much dead, and it's also on an incline. So pretty much if I leave the house, everywhere I go is either down or up. And if I go down, I need to walk up, and I can't move my back. And we wanted a bigger apartment. We wanted a different apartment. So I just called the owner of Leaf, and I was like, I want to come back. And I know exactly what apartment I wanted. I wanted a 1-bedroom apartment, 4th floor, overlooking to the outside, 1 bedroom, 1 living room, 2 balconies, looking towards the cows, because Miso likes the view, and that apartment was not available. It's only going to be available at the middle of April. And so we were supposed to evacuate our apartment at the end of March, and instead of extending our time there, we moved here to a different apartment at the same complex, right in front of the apartment we're going to take, and in 2 weeks we're going to push our stuff across the door. So that's why I'm moving a lot. Hopefully this will be the last move for a while, but when we are going to move at the end of the summer, because I don't want to do another winter in Bansko, we are going to have to get rid of a lot of stuff. Maybe I should do, someone said I should do a garage sale, maybe I should do, maybe I should ship stuff to you guys, maybe I should do like a gift giveaway or something like that. But that was my shortest way to describe why I move all the time. I also had a question that repeated itself. Why do I not sell print on demand on Etsy? Because I was selling print on demand on Etsy, integrated with Printful, integrated with Guten. I sold magnets, I sold mugs, I sold a bunch of other stuff. I even had like baby jumpsuits, like onesies once upon a time. And one of the main reasons why I'm not doing it is because I couldn't. I mean, I have a credit card that belongs to an Israeli bank, and if I want to extend my frame, I have to physically be in Israel and sign documents, which I can't. And it always came up when I was abroad, and I kept forgetting to do it when I was in Israel. So I feared the situation where basically if I would make sales, then I won't be able to actually purchase them, or people won't get them. And I also didn't have exactly what I wanted to sell. And I was talking about this in the video about Etsy, that at the end of the day, I really like selling my own art. Like, I used to do crafts, I make bracelets, and I paint, and I do all these things by myself, but I can never sell those. You know, mostly because I can't go to the post office every day, or if there's an order, and also because we don't have, you know, a fixed address. And it became the same thing with print on demand in terms of nothing felt like it was my own too much. But now I was thinking, actually, first of all, I managed to organize some of my finance in a smarter way by having, first of all, I opened a bank here in Bulgaria, which I'm able to do because I'm a resident. I haven't put money in it or took my credit card yet. There's actually a debit card for me at the bank for like 3 months, waiting for me to go ahead and pick it up, but I didn't for a very silly reason. And I also opened an account in Wise, which will allow me to have another credit card, because apparently my Israeli credit card doesn't work in a lot of the things in Bulgaria, which is so annoying. Like, I couldn't even book the flight for my dad because the credit card company says someone is trying to use your computer, like your credit card in Bulgaria. And I'm like, I know, it's me. I've been here for a year. And then they told me, oh, it's not a problem. Just, you know, go to the bank and sign that you're in Bulgaria. And I'm like, you want me to take a flight to Israel? To the bank, go to the bank and sign that I'm in Bulgaria, and that doesn't sound stupid to you? And they're like, no, just go to Israel. Yeah. So that is finally established and fixed. And also a lot of the print on demand suppliers these days, you can pay with PayPal instead of just a credit card, which was not an option a few months ago, a few years ago even, when I was still looking into it. And then comes the point of what to sell. And for now, it looks as though I am sort of waiting for some supplies from a different print-on-demand provider that I've spoken with for like a few days ago. I'm waiting to see the quality of their wall art. One of the reasons why I wanted to do the video with Printailor was because I actually wanted to sell that thing there. I'm going to put a photo on it. I'm too lazy to move the camera. And also like my lion, and like sell my paintings on their wall art Printailor, because it's so cheap. I mean, seriously, like $12 for a blanket or for a kimono would have been perfect, but they closed. And it's not just the price, the quality was actually really good. And I was thinking to use Teespring like as their own, like on their white labeled mini site or whatever. I actually got some products from Teespring that will be reviewed in the next few days. And I'm also ordering more wall art from different suppliers as well as from Printful. And for now, it looks as though that shop is either going to be like, either I'm going to run with, just uploading printables, or I'm going to upload my art to sell it on canvases and framed prints, or I'm going to do something a bit different with wall art flags, if that makes sense. I've actually been looking at it, and a lot of these wall art flags, I can use the same designs pretty much that I've been using for Teepublic for my niches and promote them together. So that was kind of an appeal to me, but I still need to test order everything, and hopefully by the end of this month, my Etsy shop will be connected to a print-on-demand supplier. And that answers why I don't use Etsy as a print-on-demand supplier and what I plan to do with my Etsy shop with the same question. Oh my god, this video is so long already. Okay, moving on. Is Bulgaria safe now? Yeah, I would say yes. I don't want to jinx it. I do know that a lot of people don't really feel safe. It's been a bit difficult hearing, that someone was killed in a grocery store, in a supermarket, fighting over sunflower oil. And there are restrictions on the amount of produce you can buy in the shop. I don't know if I feel safe. I have PTSD from the army, so I'm kind of never feel safe anywhere. But relatively, yes, we don't have a border with Ukraine, in case you don't know. There are a lot of refugees coming into Bulgaria, and also Bansko is like a place in the mountains. Like, historically speaking, Bansko was always the place that people ran to when there were problems in the big cities. So it's kind of safe and definitely feeling safer. We have some like simple basic food that we purchased in case, I don't know, it's gonna get crazy in town. We have to lock ourselves in, if in case people are gonna go a bit nuts, or if we need to take the van and go up the mountains and, relax a bit. It's been really scary. I think it's one of the reasons why I become a news junkie. Like, every morning I open to see if we, because I don't know if you guys know it, but if one country around Russia and Ukraine get involved, activates NATO, and Bulgaria is in NATO. So one country gets involved, all of them get involved. So I'm not gonna lie, I am terrified. But for now, Bulgaria is relatively safe. And you guys also asked if I could choose any print-on-demand supplier, which would it be? And a lot of people have been asking me about an external supplier, and obviously, there is some good quality stuff from Teespring that I got and yet to reviewed. There are some really nice small suppliers out there. Guten makes some nice stuff. But for now, before testing out the other suppliers, I will definitely be going with Printful, just because they feel like the most stable to me, especially after Printailor, They feel very stable to me, and I always get responses in like minutes whenever I have a question. So I would say Printful. The majority of the things that I purchased from them came in good quality. The only problem is, and that's why I have not pushed forward with it, is they package their small prints rolled in tubes, which damages the print. So like only the big ones should be shipped in tubes. The small ones should come in envelopes like this, like imprinted. So I usually say Printful, but it depends on the products. Moving on to my April goals and making this video finish already, because I know that I have the tendency of committing to too much, I'm going to try and narrow it down. So for the month of April, I'm going to be focused on 2 print-on-demand platforms. The first one is InPRNT. I have 12 designs there, and I want to make it 25. And again, these are not t-shirt designs. These are paintings like this or like this that can take me sometimes hours to make. I do have some of them already ready. I want to upload them, but not just upload, but also start with meya.royo Instagram to finally get back to activity there. Daily activity of the things that I do. Product quality, now that I have the actual products and I can testify that, this is good quality and this is what I want to sell. So I want to move forward with InPRNT to go from 12 designs on the platform to 25, to upload to Instagram maybe 2-3 times a week, and work on meya.royo or meya.royo.com, which will be the website for me as an artist, not for this channel. The website for this channel with resources and stuff is maytribe.com. There will be a link to that one down below. The second print-on-demand supplier marketplace I'm going to be focused with is Teepublic. And I want to go from 140 designs that I have now to 200, and I already have my niches, so that should be relatively easy. Goal number 3 is to add more pages, like resource page, to maytribe.com and add more stuff there. And of course, I'll keep you guys posted. Goal number 4 was to work on the website Meyaroyo, which I already said. Goal number 5 is moving Etsy to print on demand. So basically the goal is to, in the month of April, get so many products in here to decide what product I want to put on my store and get started with. Whether I'm going to do it with the same exact art I have on InPRNT, or I'm going to do it with the same designs I have for Teepublic, because I don't want to create more designs. I don't have time to, you know, design this, design that. It's too many designs. And goal number 6, my dad is coming at the end of the month. I need to finalize everything for his trip, and I need to also record videos with him while he's here. I also thought about, you know, finalizing my tarot deck and other goals, but these are the main ones. And if I'm, you know, working on them and those go well, then I go back to looking at my goals for the last month, like my tarot deck and the YouTube channel and comments. Hopefully I'll be able to get back to all of you. I feel like this has been too long, but if you like this very long video, please hit the like button down below, because every time you do, it really does help my channel, algorithm and everything. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. I'll be seeing you guys, well, you'll be seeing me in a few minutes at 8 o'clock with the bundle box for the month of April made in the month of March, but I'll probably be seeing you guys next week. I also have more classes that I'm making for Creative Fabrica this week. It's also one of my goals. It's just not listed, because I'm only going to share like what's already been published, and hopefully there will be several classes this month that you can go ahead and check out as well. And I'm reminding you, there is a $1 for the first month and 35% lifetime discount for Creative Fabrica for viewers of this channel. To those of you who are saying that they only got the 30% discount and using that and they, you know, couldn't get this one in time, they already have a subscription. What's wrong with my English today? I'm also paying the $30 discount. I didn't even switch to the new discount, mostly because, you know, it's more $2. But if you're new, it's kind of nice, I think, to check it out. I was also thinking, you know, to do Skillshare classes, but again, we'll see how this month goes. My dad's going to be here. We might be traveling in May, so there's a lot of things to consider. I really am interested in hearing, what are you guys doing? How was your month of March? Please comment your goals for the month of April, and did you meet your goals for the month of March? Or if you have any comment on one of my goals, or if you want me to add more goals to my month of April, aka more products you want me to order to test out for you. I already got a print-on-demand bikini that will be reviewed in the next few videos. It's gonna be interesting. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing month of April, and as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!